Roses are red. Will you be mine? This movie sucks. Do we have taglines?
Indeed, we do.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mighty fine ones.
Ooh.
Sorry.
We rhyming?
Every time. Just like that next door neighbor.
Welcome to the rap podcast. Oh my god, yeah.
Kate, how about a date? Don't be late.
Let's meet.
Jesus. So, okay, everybody grab tight and hold on because there's 16 of them.
Fuck.
That is a lot.
So I hope you're ready. I hope you're gonna hit me hard with some Spitfire jokes here. I haven't read any of these ahead of time, so even I'm gonna be surprised. Here we go. Love hurts.
This movie hurts. Watching this movie hurt.
Falling in love has never hurt so bad. Except nobody in this film falls in love with anybody.
Yeah. There's no falling in love at all.
No. Yeah.
This February, hearts don't just break, they get even.
That makes no fucking sense.
I thought you were gonna go
whatsoever.
I thought you were gonna say burst or something.
Yeah.
Broken, maybe.
Oh, that'd have been nice. Hearts just don't just break; they bleed.
Yeah.
Would have been great.
Yeah.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Come on, they get even.
I don't know what.
I'm gonna pump to death. Just trying to have a goddamn heart attack.
I'll get back for you for eating all that McDonald's.
Scared to be alone on Valentine's Day? You should be.
I know Jonathan is.
Scared to be alone.
Every year.
Soup for one.
Fall in love with terror this weekend.
Oh, that's a very far into
yeah.
That was very far ahead in the production. They're like, we need to choose one. Comes out next week.
Revenge is sweet.
I mean,
I guess.
Okay.
if I'm a diabetic, I would be concerned.
That's not the worst one so far.
No.
That one's pretty milquetoast.
Someone's going to give them a Valentine's Day to die for.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah.
We did it better with My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, right there.
1, 2, 3. Are you ready to die?
What?
That's why I just laughed out loud. I couldn't even finish it.
No, actually,
Is that like a bad nursery rhyme?
This one was actually written for the Sesame Street
For the white
horror
people that can't rhyme.
Yeah.
Is that like
what? One.
Wait,
two.
what was yours? I'm sorry, I stepped all over
I
it.
was saying it's a Sesame Street horror movie. He's like 1, 2,
two.
3, Ready to die?
the count?
I am after that one.
It's what the count actually
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Are you ready to die?
I guess.
I guess probably it has something to do with whatever the visuals of the poster are.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But-
But
A countdown? Why would you have a countdown?
Yeah, you're giving someone here's a number for Valentine's Day.
also, not a single one of these so far is like a Valentine, like a rhyme.
No.
I thought that was going to be it. 1, 2, 3, are you ready for me? Or, but no. 1, 2, 3.
Are you ready to die? No.
Sorry, I'm not really good at this. You just ready to die?
I hate this romantic bullshit. Anyway, let's get to it.
I hate that I chose this theme. This Valentine's Day is gonna be killer.
You know what? I'll give that one a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
That one was solid.
All right.
Good on them.
A Valentine's Day like no other.
Well, that could be any.
I got hit by a car on Valentine's
So
Day.
you mean I have a date? Actually, last year was really good for me, by the way.
Would you get that lube warmer?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I took somebody to the park. It was very nice, and
I
it was
see.
actually a really nice night. I'm just saying, it's not always lonely for me.
So
It's
it
fine.
was like no other.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
exactly.
really was.
Be My Valentine or else.
What? Passive aggressive.
Or else I'll go home and cry.
That's passive aggressive. Or else. What are you gonna do? Stalk me?
The story of Fox News.
Oh.
Revenge is sweeter than candy. Okay.
Yeah.
For this, yeah.
Yeah. Roses are red, and so is blood. Can't. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
It's like the same dude wrote this one. Roses are red, and so is blood. Candy is sweet, and so is revenge.
I feel like he's just stating facts because he's got nothing else to scare you with. Like, what is a revelation that blood is red?
He's really stuck on this, like, and so is revenge.
I think this is just, like, singling out colorblind people because they're like, I guess it is. I can't see it.
Roses are red, and so is blood, and so is revenge, and so is
blood.
1, 2, 3. Are you ready to die? All right, that was good, Georgie. Go back to the drawing board. Throw a bone in for Georgie. Put that on one of the posters. That's cool.
That's the poster next to the furthest theater in the Megaplex, like all the way down. That's shown like Medea 3.
And so is revenge. Oh, 2 more.
Oh God!
Don't get mad. Get even.
That's just a saying.
Yeah.
That isn't. I don't know how
I
that
think
even.
that's the one they went with.
Dodgeball 2.
Dodgeball 2.
I don't know how this is specifically connected to the movie.
Right?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, but probably, Meet the Devil, February 2nd.
What?
M. Night Shyamalan?
What? That doesn't make any sense.
No. This has nothing to do with the occult. This movie's a slasher film.
What the fuck?
All right, Georgie, you're fired.
I didn't
Meet the devil, and so do I.
All right, go to hell then.
With a budget of $10 million, an opening weekend gross of $10 million, a full USA gross of $20 million, and a cumulative worldwide gross of $16,300,000, so roughly about $36 million altogether. Okay?
Woof.
So that's a box office success.
Yeah.
Somehow.
It made some money
for this
back.
movie, yeah.
Right? With 1 throat slash, 3 arrows to the stomach, 1 iron to the face, 1 axe to the back, 1 pool cue to the face, 1 impalement on glass, 1 electrocution, 1 decapitated head, and 7 gunshots to the chest. With 9 deaths in total, a 4.8 on IMDb, an 18 Metascore, and a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 2001's Valentine. Let's drop some bombs.
Would you dance with me? I'd rather be boiled alive. Who is there?
I'm a horny stud. Open up and let me in. I want to rape you until you split it in 2.
I hate old money. It's greasy, it smells. It's been up 1,000 noses and buried in too many G-strings.
Do you love me? Then why do you defy me?
Because I can.
I want to show you her ass.
Hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate. If you decide to join us, make your final arrangements now. We've been dying to have you.
Welcome to Bonds Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio is Mr. Vicente Morales.
How y'all doing?
And Mr. Tyler Rowe.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, gentlemen, Valentine.
Yeah.
On the radio? No.
This movie is something that it's like I remembered it. It's something that you stored in the back of your brain for something that you didn't know you were going to need until right now.
I genuinely had never heard of this movie until you were like, we're doing Valentine. I was like, My Bloody Valentine? And you were like, no.
And, one, you made it seem like I was more excited than I was.
Yes.
About saying
Okay,
that.
yes. You're
I
like, no, we're watching Valentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, this was a high school movie. This was a movie you went to go see with a group of friends, and you saw it, and you're like, oh, I saw it, and that's it.
That's it. You never talked about it.
No, there was no reason to speak of it. Only
Yeah.
that Dave Boreanaz Angel was in it, and that's it.
It's full of a bunch of people that
Most movies are.
I
I think actors inhabit these films. Yes.
Fuck you both. It's just full of a bunch of people that you kind of think would have had bigger careers than what has happened to them now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, at the time, Katherine Hagel was attached to Roswell, which is, a CW show, which had its popularity in the time, and David Boreanaz was on Angel. So they were the headliners that would bring people in. But where are they now?
I guess they did.
Yeah,
the
no,
box office is huge.
They did,
this.
but where are they now? It's true. They wouldn't have the careers that they did.
Well, Katherine Heigl was pretty big for a really long time, and then she's kind of just fallen off the face of the earth now.
That's her own fault.
Yeah, from what I hear, it's
from
her
what I've
own
heard,
fault.
it's her own fault. Yeah. And you got.
I mean, that's why they killed her first.
And then,
Dude, that's the best part of this movie. We were rid of that in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and David Boreanaz was just the detective guy in Bones.
In Bones, yeah. And
Yeah.
Denise Richards is just Charlie Sheen's ex-wife.
Okay, is it just me and not to attack like I don't want to go on some attacking females or anything, but like, is it just me or did Denise Richards wake up and been like, every role I play, I need to be a slut? Like,
I think that was just her I don't know, her like typecast that she
Right?
ended up, and that's really sad.
only in Starship Troopers do I feel as she ever broken that
Yeah.
typecasting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
but only because it was a science fiction film.
However,
And she still was trying to sleep with her co-pilot.
no, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, however, as a person who that's like one of their favorite movies of all time,
Yeah.
is like she still has like moments of infidelity in that film. So like,
Right?
why are they doing that to her? She doesn't deserve that.
Like, you have fuck me eyes, and since I can't, you're gonna fuck everybody else.
yeah.
I just feel like
Every
she has
director.
a constant smile in most of her roles. It's a thing of her. She has to show that smile all the time.
Oh, those pearly whites. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful
Her
smile.
Yeah, she has a gorgeous smile.
Yeah.
But like, I can think of like Wild Things, this movie,
She was in that beauty pageant movie. I forget.
Undercover Brother.
Really pulling out the good ones for Denise Richards here.
I mean, what do you got?
I mean, yeah, really.
Right? And then you tackle on her role as wife of Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
And
don't forget.
You got quite a role.
Don't forget where she played that nuclear physicist, Christmas or something like that.
Oh, and the line at the end is Christmas
came twice.
Christmas did come more than once a year. Yay, Pierce Brosnan.
God.
Yeah, that's the one where they were using like thermal imaging to track him. And
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
oh, it's only one person. And then he like rolled off of her and they're like, oh, 00.
There's an exponential growth in his heat signature.
Oh,
Right?
God.
That's where he like slept with two people in the same movie. Like, just-
Yeah.
And Denise knew about it and was like, I'm still her name Christmas Jones.
Christmas
wasn't it?
Jones, Dr.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh
She was a
my
doctor.
God.
A doctor.
She was a nuclear physicist.
Yeah, she had the whole Tomb Raider like costume.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I didn't want to be offensive about it, but like that is the typecasting, right? Because
Yeah.
that is what she's doing in this film. Literally, there's like 3 or 4 dudes, right? I
Yeah.
even thought she was to the detective was going to be like, "Well, my plays are yours."
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's kind of shitty, really,
Okay.
when you think about it. It's just lame that's all she gets.
So this movie presents males as like the shittiest human beings on earth, right?
Oh, yeah,
I feel like this movie was written by Alyssa Milano.
Oh.
It just
Yeah.
it just Like, literally, there's not a single good dude within the entire bunch.
No, that detective is like trash.
The detective's trash.
Neighbor.
Sorry.
Artist.
Hey, wait. The dad is a nice guy.
Is he?
No.
Because he's like got a mail-order Filipino bride.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh, God, there's a lot in this movie. I forgot.
So let's dive in.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
First, they do this montage, like opening credit sequence of this little boy, who is named what is it? It's
Melton something.
Melton, right?
Tim Melt?
No,
Jason.
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 No, it's Jeremy.
Jeremy Smoking.
Jeremy Mountain. Because I thought they were saying mountain for like half the film.
Jeremy got beat up at the prom today.
Jeremy made out with a fatty.
He said he's attacking me.
And it's okay that I said fatty because that's what she calls herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the fat
And she
one.
was not really.
No.
Not at all.
She was more of just the mousy one.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, so we'll get there. So Jeremy's walking around and literally to every single girl is like, will you dance with me? And each one's like, get away from me, you piece of shit.
Yeah, they're all so aggressively mean to him. They're all like, fuck you weird little nerd.
Like, what are they, like 12? And then
Yeah.
they despise him like so much?
Because they say
It's
it's 6th grade.
Oh, okay,
And it's like,
yeah.
so they're like 12 years old. Which is like,
Right.
what the fuck did this kid do? That they're just like, yeah, fuck you, weird little freak.
I'd rather be boiled alive.
Yeah, the one that, oh, by the way, whoever they cast as young Denise Richards was spot on, like
I
her.
genuinely thought, like, for a second, I was like, I wasn't paying attention
They
that well. in the
boyhooded
scene,
this
and I-
movie?
yeah, and I was like, what?
Either they found a girl with the same eyebrows, or they slapped on the Denise Richards eyebrows
It's
on
just
that
her
poor
daughter.
They like microbladed the eyebrows on a 12-year-old so she'd look just like her.
Yeah, but this little girl, like, will you dance with me? And yeah, like you said, I'd rather be boiled alive. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! Because he doesn't look, he's not that bad looking.
He looks like alfalfa.
Get away from me, nosebleed kid!
Yeah.
I mean, he just has a little bit of social anxiety, like awkwardness and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but it's not like,
Yeah, you said his nose bleed, which kept cracking me up because every time his nose bled in the opening scene, I kept thinking back to like when it happens in like anime, which means you got like a boner. So
Yes.
I was like, oh, I
really?
thought that's what they were going for, but I was like, no, never explained.
No, it's not.
No.
It's really not. Because it happens, so he makes out with one girl
Yeah.
who like is mousy and is not.
the
like,
last taker of all
Yeah.
the girls
He asks her to dance. He's like, "Will you dance with me?" And she's like,
Right.
"Yeah." And then they don't dance. They just go into the bleachers and start making out.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
like, good for him.
And then somehow they don't hear like 4 boys
literally walking up the steps of those metal bleachers, like, go,
with a punch bowl in hand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure you can't
yeah.
be quiet about this entire
No,
scenario.
no.
Right? And they're just going at it, and the boys are like, look at that fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, oh, look at this nerd. I'm going to go home and jerk off to Playboy.
It's like, what's the girl's name? Buffalo? Or something like that. That was her name. It's just like, because she was the big one or something like that.
Do they call her that?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah. Look at the nerd making out with Buffalo. Yeah, I kid you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm all like,
That makes it even better.
it's like you said no to this poor nerdy kid, and these guys are calling you Buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Jesus.
It's like, hey, Buffalo. Yeah, but I'm not a nerd, at least. It's like,
And then they just proceed to pour the punch bowl
Full
all
carry.
over him.
yeah, full carry.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then pull him out into, like, the inner circle that now these...
Undress him.
Yes!
Straight up, like, when I was watching this, I was like, oh my God, this is a sexual assault.
It was a lynching.
Yeah.
That looked like that honestly looked like he shouldn't have gotten up from that beating. I mean, they kicked his ribs in and everything like that, and the whole time I'm wondering, there's no chaperones at this dance?
No one was like, where are all the teachers?
Yeah.
They're cheering. Yeah!
Nerd!
Fuck that little kid.
I don't like him.
Are you gonna save him? I'd rather be boiled alive.
Yeah, it's so fucked up. He straight just gets beat up and everyone just watches, and then those kids in the mask.
There's one random kid. It's not a bunch of kids.
I thought it was 2 kids in a mask.
Really? I only
Yeah.
saw one.
Oh, I don't know.
I only remember one.
But
Yeah.
it's the same mask that the killer wears throughout the
Yeah,
whole rest
yeah,
of the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? But it's just a random kid in this mask. It's not Jeremy.
No,
here
it's just a
wearing the
kid
mask,
wearing the mask.
right? And I need to bring that out because that's going to be somehow important, but not later on.
Foreshadow.
Yeah, not
Right?
at all.
Yeah, not. So now the movie jumps forward,
10 years.
right? And we're introduced to
20 years for some of the actors.
It says
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying here.
It says 13 on the actual title card. It
Oh,
says
does it?
13 years later. It says,
Interesting. Okay.
right? But who? Why such a weird random number?
Is it supposed to be like Notes
13
Macabre?
years.
You know, 13.
13 years because
Unlucky.
Denise can't pull off 30.
Well, no, and it's weird because you said that the thing says 13, but the line they say, that was 10 years ago later on. And it's like, well, what is it? Y'all forget?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and so we're introduced to Katherine Heigl, and she's playing one of the girls. Her name is Shelley, and Shelley's on a date with a man named Jason, who refers to himself in the third person.
Such
Yeah.
a douchebag.
And I'm like, and he's like, Jason Likey.
Yeah, Jason Likey.
And I'm like, Jason's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Get out now.
yeah, like, and okay, this movie, one of the taglines should have been like, "Roses are red, and so are all the herrings."
No, literally,
like-
every single character was a red herring in this film.
Yeah.
It was like, there was not a moment where I wasn't like, are they trying to say that person's the killer? Like, yeah, every single person is set up as like could be the killer.
Right.
They're really trying to rip off fucking Scream.
Yeah,
So
but,
poorly,
like,
though.
Yeah,
But
well
in this
done.
one, I just felt that every male was a predator.
yeah,
every male was a
because they
predator.
were.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's what I told you.
this
Alyssa
guy
wrote a
was-
really good script.
This guy was super. He was such a nice guy. He was just missing the fedora because at the end of the day, he's like, "What about my kiss?" And she's like, "See you later." and then he's like, and he turns around and he sees that girl and he's like, "Jason Likey." And I was like, "What the fuck,
was
dude?"
Weird, right?
Yeah.
So we're pretty much set up like you're like, oh, Katherine Heigl, she's like having a bad date, like she's gonna be our heroine of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Which is another red herring.
Yeah.
Which is also again another ripoff of fucking Scream.
Yeah,
Yes.
except that Katherine Heigl wasn't really famous at this point.
No, but it's still a similar situation
Yeah.
of like, this is our hero.
right.
Yeah.
So what's weird about this is if it's supposed to be a ripoff of Scream, we missed the mark because we already got a credit sequence.
Yeah,
Usually
right?
this-
Yeah.
What happens here to Katherine Heigl all the way up to her death should have been the opening sequence of this movie.
Yeah, and then it would be
right?
title card.
And then title cards should have been the flashbacks of being like, "Will you sleep with me?" I mean, dance
you
with
sleep
me.
with me?
I'm sorry.
Hey, will you sleep
dance
with me?
Will you dance with me? I'd rather be born alive. Echo, echo, echo.
Yeah,
You know?
While the credits play over it.
with Valentine cards and
Yes,
stuff
yes,
like
yes,
that,
yes, yes,
right?
yes.
That's what should have happened. And no, it doesn't.
Yeah, no. She
Instead-
goes.
Also, did you notice when the check comes? Like, he opens it up and he goes, "Whoa!" Like, he opens it up. There's a cha-ching that actually
Yes,
happens.
it's like, ching.
right,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be an on-camera like there's a register.
Yes,
But-
nearby.
Yeah.
But is there a like old 1950s register in this fancy restaurant?
Some old
that would-
lady like cranking the thing down, like, yeah. No, and also my confusion. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention.
That's typical.
Forgive me. Was I swear she asked for the check and gave her card to the.
Maybe.
I swear to God, she was like, I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, like I said, but I swear to God, she's like, check, here's my card. And then when he was like, whoa, this is expensive, and he started going through it, I was like, wait, why is he itemizing? She already paid for it. But obviously, I wasn't paying attention because I was so...
Maybe, but I mean,
it could have happened too. I was like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it was just one of those things where he wasn't getting the signs, and it was like, and it was obvious that she wanted to get out of there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, as you do right after you get out of a date, you just go and like go back to your morgue job.
Dissect a cadaver at like
She's
2
got
in
to
the
study.
morning.
She's a med student.
Yeah,
I guess so. Right?
but like, they just as a med student, they just let you do that. Yeah. It's cool. After hours, just hack up some
it's fine.
bodies.
It's Jim
Well, yeah,
Parsons.
she's got to practice.
Did it not look like Jim Parsons
It did,
on the
yeah,
table?
yeah.
Yeah, she's got to.
It just.
I thought so too. It was like, wow, this is how we got
Bazinga!
Penny. Don't cut me, Penny.
Well,
Yeah.
she had to go because she's got to get on Grey's Anatomy, so she's auditioning. This was her audition too.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. So she's cutting up this body, and then she hears a noise,
yeah.
and goes off into the other room, gets, like, kind of distracted by this guy. Who's
Rando
like,
guy.
You're working late. Oh, okay, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where you're like, that's not going to be the killer. But
Nope.
you want to throw it in there as another red herring?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
right?
Right? We'll never see you again.
Yeah.
And she comes back, and she tries to cut the body open, and it begins to move and breathe.
Yeah, it starts
Yeah.
breathing.
Oh my god, right? Which makes her like lean back, fall against the cabinet, and that's when Jim Parson body falls out.
Yes,
Right, the body
right
she
behind
was
her.
working on.
Yes.
Which she like freaks out and then turns around, and then the body that was on the table is now gone.
So
Yes.
stealthy.
Right? But also I'm like, so the killer just got naked?
So
Yeah, right?
so
He's running around with his dick out.
he fully
Oh man.
he fully undresses. He gets in the bed. He's waiting for it. He's trusting her with a scalpel, not to stab him.
Yeah, what if she just came back and was just like, all right,
Let's do it.
movie's
Just like,
over.
Knowing what we know about the end reveal, though, like, did that... I want to go back and look and see if that stomach was more femme.
Uh-huh. It
No,
looked a
but
little
no,
smooth. It
but
looked
here's-
smooth.
Here's the problem with the. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I know, because of the whole double twist at the end. So,
no,
like,
but
you're right. I
But
don't
that,
know.
but also, man, it's such a like
We'll get
for the
there.
ending. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to
Yeah,
this.
anybody who hasn't seen it and actually is waiting for us to build to it, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
yeah.
I totally forgot. I thought it was specifically Bones.
All I'm saying is think logistically to how those bodies are prepped on the table, and you would know.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So the naked
we're
body-
giving each other signs.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, we're gonna romance. Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah. So the body gets up,
Yeah.
naked, presumably.
And also, this is where I wrote as well. It's like, because we did miss something, that the killer in this movie is really proficient at making pop-up books.
Like really good cards.
Like
really good
elaborate
cards, quality ones.
pop-up cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is before, like, I guess you could record your own message, because that would have been nice. That would have been cooler.
Yeah. Just click it. When you open it, it's like, Happy Valentine's
What's your
Day.
favorite Valentine?
What's your favorite Valentine's movie?
I like the Transformers ones.
Yeah.
My heart transforms for you, B.
I fucking hate those gross candies, though. Oh, what if he gave those candies?
Bumblebee has butterflies in his radiator. You give me a Megatron.
So she's got the cards, and it pretty much. I'm very surprised because this is one of the few times that the minutes before you get killed, you know exactly how you're gonna get killed, and it's like
yeah,
the throat slash.
Yeah, the throat
Right.
slash.
That's very optimistic of the killer.
Yeah,
Yeah, predicting.
Yeah.
He's like, can't get it, line it up right. He's like, God damn it, sit still.
you know he's very
I
rigid.
said throat slash.
I mean, if he's gonna murder, he's very rigid. I mean, I'm like, nope, no success unless I'm gonna cut you right.
Yeah, right. He gets to that spa one later
Yeah.
on. He's like, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm drilling you.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I got this electric drill and God damn it, I'm gonna use it.
Does
It's
that
on
ever-
sale.
Do the cards ever come back up?
Not after the second time. Not after Shelton gets hurt.
Because this is my thing. Is like, wouldn't you, as a detective, if people were dying, like that's a fucking calling card. Wouldn't you just be less
it's like a
confused?
Joker.
Yeah, wouldn't you be
Yeah,
less
but
confused?
then there's the detective of this movie.
Yeah.
Goes
We'll get to
full
that.
sleaze back.
Yeah. So, immediately, the killer attacks her. She runs into like another place full
Another
of dead
cold
bodies.
storage room,
Yeah,
yeah.
like on a gurney, and they're all in black body bags. And she decides to get in like the last one down the row. And I will admit that like, I wish the rest of this movie was as good as this scene right up until the actual kill.
Yeah.
Like it's actually really
Tense.
cool.
Yeah,
like,
and
Yeah.
it's a well-made opening scene.
so you have this killer, right? He's dressed in like a completely black trench coat, but he has a full-on plastic like cherub Cupid mask. That is
Yeah.
the killer's mask in this,
Uh-huh.
right? It's very like the white marble Cupid kind of statue.
Yeah, like a cherub. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has a giant kitchen knife And
Yeah.
what?
It's
Scream
so
much?
fucking lame.
But he's going body bag to body bag down the line. At first, he like unzips the first two, and then it's just like, fuck it, why am I unzipping?
Yeah,
things,
just starts
right?
stabbing 'em.
Just starts stabbing each bag as he goes down the line, right? And we all know that it's going to be her in the last one, right?
Yeah.
Or what I thought would have been better is that she wasn't in any of them, and she pops out of a closet and tries to like knock him out. And
Yeah.
then he, and it goes on, right?
Well, that's the like, man, what a dumb character. Like, that is the stupidest shit. Like, you're in a huge building, you knocked him out temporarily, and you just went to like the next room over, and we're like, all right, I'm gonna put myself in this bag. He'll never look here.
Yeah, because she studies there. She knows the building better
Yeah.
than that guy. And that guy just showed up.
I never understand in any of these movies why if you can get the killer down at all,
Yeah.
why aren't you double tapping? Why aren't you going for the second?
Yeah, why don't you just fucking kill him?
Right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Why in all movies do they kill him and then they let him just sit there and breathe with his mask on?
Yeah.
Like literally go up to him and be like, and another one.
Kick
Like,
him in the face. Just
yeah.
kick him in the face one more time.
right?
Yeah.
Put him in a coma.
You have the upper hand.
Yes.
Like if you can knock your killer down, I can go for the jugular. Like do something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I never get it.
No, and then he finds her in the bag, which she took the time also to zip herself up in, which is weird.
I don't know how. Yeah.
I believe they
Yeah.
have double zippers. The bags do. I believe they have a zipper on the inside as well. So if you were put in one on accident, you could unzip it and get out.
Got it.
And that's how she did it. But he opens it and she's like, ah! And he cuts her throat.
He just slits her throat.
No,
And it wasn't even original.
No,
No.
and then it was like she didn't put up much of a fight. She's like, I'm screaming, this is it. And then he grabs for the hair. Okay, what is he gonna do? Oh, it's going for my neck, but I'm dead.
You could have at least pulled a Friday the 13th Part 7 and took that body bag and just started slamming it around.
That'd be so rad.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Right? There's hardly... There is a
Or
fine...
Kevin Baconed her. Right through the neck.
Anything.
Yeah.
The thing is that, like, this is your opening kill, right? Which should have been your actual opening, and it wasn't already.
Yeah.
So you've already failed once, right? And then it's just so, like, here's your throat slash.
Well, it really
moving
kind of, like,
on.
honestly sets up the mood for the rest of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's and then he zips her up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm done."
Yep.
Yep.
Walking away.
And then the blood leaks out of the bag into kind of a cool shot when the blood runs down that tube into the pan. And it's like, whatever. All right, she's dead. Cool.
That and just that finishing scene could have been just another movie on itself. You know, the way this could have, but they turned it into a direction that just took away all that momentum.
Yep. So now we're introduced to the rest of the girls that were in that opening sequence, and they're grown up.
A bunch of nondescriptive blondes that I
No.
find it hard to tell them. I find it hard to tell
Demi
them
Moore's a
apart.
brunette. I'm not Demi Moore. Goddamn it, Denise Richards.
So we have Denise Richards. She's playing Paige. Okay.
Yes.
Marley Shelton, which I have always loved Marley Shelton from Sugar and Spice, Planet Terror.
Yes.
Yeah, Cherry.
Yes.
She's
I've
Cherry.
always
Doctor.
loved her. I've always felt she's adorable. I thought she's a beautiful face, and I always felt like she's another one that didn't get as much in Hollywood as she should have. Mm-hmm. Like she should be getting more things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And she's playing Kate, and Kate's our final girl.
Yes.
Okay. And then we also have her boyfriend, played by how do you say it? David
Boreanaz.
Boreanaz. Thank
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
you. And his name is Adam,
Yeah.
right? And David, throughout his career, is basically like, I'm playing a 50-year-old.
Yes.
And the reason I look like this is because I'm actually immortal.
Yeah.
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 Because he's an angel
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah. He's the redeemable vampire.
Right.
The vampire with a soul.
He's
Yeah.
just an immortal deadbeat dad. That's what he
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
at all
Yeah.
times. He always looks like a divorced dad. That's
Yeah.
just like, oh,
Who's
man,
got a hip
I gotta
haircut.
take care of my kids. You know?
Karen took the damn kids.
Right? And so Paige and Kate go on a speed date, right? Speed
Yeah.
dating.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which is just weird.
it's not even funny. Really?
No, it's not.
They put it in the movie like it was some sort of novelty of the time. Like that was a thing that people were talking about. Maybe it was a trend, but it didn't seem at all. It was just inconsequential. But like, you would really think that her character is so hard up on luck she couldn't find a date or something like that.
You know who goes to speed dating?
Jonathan.
And while I was there, old people.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wow.
Youngest person by at least 20 years.
Whoa.
Dang.
Yeah. Me and Kevin, who's been on the show before, Kevin Burks, we went to one of those.
Was it like the whole 30 seconds?
Well,
or
actually,
how did you go?
I didn't go. We thought it was a speed dating, and it turned out to be like more of a mixer one, right? But then he told me he went to one on his own, and it was the same people that were at our mixer, which is
So
just,
were you mixing prune juice and medications or something? Or opiates?
Pre-chewing their food for them.
Oh, it's just a bunch of divorced LA housewives.
Oh,
basically.
hell yeah.
Oh,
Where was this at?
It was in some bar that got turned into it used to be a bank, one of those kind of things.
Oh,
Like,
was it a wine and painting
activity? That's where you pick up the hot moms at those wine and painting
right.
things.
a bunch of prosecco?
I painted a tree.
Oh shit! I didn't even paint the canvas.
Look at my eldest. She was in Cabo. Can you tell us we're like sisters?
That happened though. It was like, look at my daughter. She'd be perfect for you. And I'm like, she would.
Where she's at?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Why is she not here?
Right? And she'd be like, but she's getting married to this dude right here. And I'm
She
like,
got 6 kids. Her husband makes
6 foot tall,
10 figures.
250 pounds.
so tell me about you. I work at Disney.
Oh my god, that's great! I remember when Walt was there.
How is he?
They got his head.
Tell him Mary Sue says hi.
You remember me?
I was so excited when Captain Neo came out.
Is his head still under the Matterhorn?
I'm the one he told that we don't hire women in the animation department.
They can't think like that. That's terrible. It's true.
Oh God.
Old people.
But anyway, how long was it and how long did it last? I mean, it just...
Well, like I said, I didn't go on the speed portion. I misspoke. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it was just a mixer.
It was a mixer. You were supposed to basically what they did for us was they they gave you a number and you were supposed to go up and find the person that had that matching number. Kind of like I have the same size matchstick kind of thing, like in Clue. Remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's just like I have the number 5. You got to find the person with the number 5, right? And just start a conversation.
And then murder them in the library.
Yeah.
Be a sexy maid.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm guessing you walked away with a lot of Facebook friends.
Nope. Not a single person.
Nah, because this was 2003, man.
No, it was quite an experience. But at the end of the night, we just wound up going to a normal bar. But yeah, no, it was to prove a point that I don't think this was popular then. I don't think it's popular now still. Like,
all it makes me think of is 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
And that was a much better done.
I want the fucking French toast.
I like the ladies, but I'm trying to get back on the saddle with guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they go on some speed dates, and just to really drive home that Denise Richards is just sleazy. She's just like, "Oh, hi, I'm what's her name?
Well,
Paige."
because
with Mr. Eyebrows over there.
So Kate is talking to a very obviously douchey guy, but he's kind of handsome.
Yeah,
I guess he just reminded me of Paul Scheer with hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
He just has this creepy smile.
And Kate's not feeling it, and Denise Richards is next to her,
but she's not not feeling it to an extent that it couldn't happen. She's just kind of passive about it until Paige is like, "Hello."
Well, because Kate. What we didn't bring up is that Kate has just broken up with Boreanaz,
her alcoholic boyfriend.
Right, because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And he apparently gets violent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so there's no need to talk to him anymore.
Yeah, just cut him out of your life. Don't give him a chance.
But it's even of all people, Denise Richardson's character is saying he's an alcoholic, but no, he just likes to. And she describes what an alcoholic is.
He just likes to drink a little too much till he blacks out
like-
every single day.
It's like Ja Rule in the Fire Festival documentary. No, it's not fraud. What we did is really sell people a really bad bill of goods.
So the Webster's definition of fraud. Thank you.
What we did is we lied to them about what they were going to get, and that's not fraud. Murder.
What?
Monica! Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen that documentary, stop listening to this. Go watch that and come back.
Yeah.
No,
But I hear
don't
there's a
stop listening
versus
to us.
between both of them that are going on. I don't know which one is the better.
I heard the
of two.
Netflix one is the better of the two.
Okay. So I'll check out
I
that
heard
one then.
opposite.
Did you
That's weird.
really?
Yeah.
The Netflix one is the one that has the scene that everyone talks about.
Oh, yeah. The scene.
All I know is that I'll never look at a cheese sandwich the same way again.
No.
Saddest cheese
you know what?
sandwich.
I'm going to put a pin in that. I'm going to say, forget that one. You need to watch Abducted in Plain Sight.
That's what that's what I hear everybody. That's
22 minutes in.
That's what I hear everybody on the crew talking about.
Yeah, because I told everyone to watch it after Jonathan's meme that he made.
I'm so proud of that meme, and it is trending in the top 6 of that hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm so
Wow.
proud of it.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations.
That's all I ever wanted in life.
If you haven't seen it, just wait for minute 22. I promise you will not expect what is gonna happen.
I had to stop the entire thing and was just in my bed just going, what?
Now,
That was real. That's not me exaggerating how I did. I had to back off the mic. I was just like, huh? What?
now
No!
to drive this semi home so it doesn't sound like we're complete assholes after you watch the documentary and think we're terrible people. These people are bad people, so that's why it's okay.
Yes, I
But
completely
yes.
agree. Okay, so
On to Valentine.
We're talking about Boreanaz, this character. He's a deadbeat.
He's an alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic. She's trying to get back out there in the game, and they just finished their speed dating.
Yeah, they just leave.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
what,
it.
What did we get out of this anyway?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What did we get out of this
It's to
movie?
establish our final girl
Yes.
a little
Okay.
bit and her problems with Adam, right?
she
Which
doesn't-
will come full circle by the end. So there was a little bit, but it was just a bad introduction.
Yeah.
It could have been it could have been Denise Richards coming over her house and being like, "Come on, girl, you need to get out of the house again."
Well,
right?
then
and her just going out to maybe a normal bar and guys are hitting on her and she ain't feeling it.
Is this more of a message then with Katherine Hagel's character going on a blind date that these women just can't find good men?
I think it more comes down to just the movie desperately trying to theme it so hard towards Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no, it's and you watch it and there literally is almost nothing to do with Valentine's Day in this movie until the end.
Or when somebody randomly drops I guess this means you're not going to be my Valentine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Damn.
good read, Bill.
It's also just as the resident person from the Bay Area, it's indescriptly set in San Francisco.
Yes.
Which is really weird. It's
Yeah.
they really never mention it, but it is.
Yeah, it's like non-descriptive harbor town.
Yeah.
Non-East Coast.
Yep. So then Dorothy
Finds her shoes. Goes
Yeah.
home.
So Dorothy was the big girl, the one that made out with Jeremy back as a kid.
Buffalo.
Right? And we're in Buffalo. And we're introduced to Dorothy, and Dorothy lives in this very big mansion.
Yep.
And she gets the other card.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she gets the
and her card says roses are red, violets are blue. They'll need dental records to identify you. Right?
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, sweet. Okay.
I mean, when
She
I
got
think
her
about
teeth kicked.
but when I think about that, it's either she's gonna be burnt to a crisp. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, there's gonna be an incineration scene or something like that.
The
you know?
pop-up didn't make any sense in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, no, it was like,
it was just like a guy like, reep. Like,
Is this when we're introduced to
the Filipino mom?
Yeah.
Stepmom?
Yes.
Pornhub.com.
Yeah,
No, okay.
it's like they had just also it's like the whole ensemble cast is introduced at the funeral because Katherine Hagel,
Oh, that's right. They go to the funeral.
Yeah,
Did we
she-
skip that?
Yeah, because
We
it
did.
no,
God, this movie sucks.
no, because what happened is like we were so let down by the speed dating, we forget she gets the call right then and there that
Yeah.
that her friend died.
her friend dies, and then that's how they all reunite.
Yeah. So they go to the funeral, and a detective shows up.
Detective Vaughn.
Detective Vaughn. He starts talking to them.
he's like, just the tip, not the tip, and everything.
Yeah.
So this is happening, right?
Or ouch, you're under my hair.
It's just this detective fucking sucks at his job.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, your friend died. Pretty suspicious. Yeah, anyway, if you guys hear anything, let me know.
You know what JM stands for?
It's like,
Yeah.
so a couple questions. Where were you? How long? Okay. Yeah, no further questions here.
Anybody know what HJ stands for?
Also, I love that, like, David Boreanaz' character shows up and says, I'm really sorry and everything like that. And he's all like, you're the only one with a, Mustang parked in the middle of the cemetery. Everybody walked, but you're the only one that drove over here. Probably under the influence.
And then Denise Richards, like, takes off her, like, top blouse.
Yeah.
And Dorothy's like, Jesus Christ, whore.
Yeah.
Let me nail your archetype in more.
Because she goes, Jesus, Paige, it's a funeral.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, sorry. I was about
Sexy
to get
funeral.
naked.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then the
Funeral
detective,
crashing.
the detective does a shitty job. Basically, it almost comes off as like, yeah, can you guys be the detective for me? That'd be fucking sweet.
So let me know what you know and just call me when you figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I used to just work with these teenagers and their dog and their van, but they're not helping me out on this one.
And so then that's when they, once we get them all together in the scene, then they start
It's the Chi-Town Cherub.
No.
Then
San Francisco.
Old man Jenkins.
Old man Carruthers. It wasn't for you, clients. But so we get them all together, and that's how they all disperse, and we start getting to know a little more about their lives. And like you said, Dorothy, we find out comes from a wealthy background.
Mm-hmm. So she comes from a wealthy background. She has a boyfriend who she has just met within the past month.
His name's
which
Campbell.
is immediately suspicious in the eyes of the movie.
Which again, what is Cotton from
Cotton Weary?
Yeah, from Scream. He's always referred to as Cotton.
Yeah.
In Scream, only one name for the most part,
And it's
then
the
this
last
guy.
name.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this guy
Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
again.
Yep.
Yeah.
But my big question is, like, if a dude just shows up to your door, gives you some cockamamie story about how he can't pay his bills, I'd be like, dude, that's messed up. Damn. Okay, why don't you move in with me? I met you in a yoga class.
Yeah.
I mean,
such a weird thing.
What?
And also just on this scene, because this is what I took away from it. Admittingly, nobody gives a good performance in this movie, but holy shit, I have seen better acting in porn than in this scene alone. It is so bad. It is just the worst acted scene I've ever seen. It was just like when the stepmom comes down and she's talking, she's like, you're going to let this stranger stay in our house, basically? And she's like, yeah, because he's my boyfriend. And then she's like, and who are you? And she goes, well, I'm your, like, she says some shit like, I'm your stepmom. Just like, really just like this exposition, just like, we need to get there. It's just like, it's just so weird. It's the worst scene.
Yeah.
And the maid is like, he's staying?
Yeah.
Did you tell your dad? No. I say so.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They both became Valentina from Drag Race.
Well, also, this is the funny thing too about this movie is this is the only scene in the movie where that features people that are not white.
yes.
Yes.
This
Yes.
entire movie is
That
all
maid dies too.
Yeah.
Off screen. That's
Off
weird.
screen, yeah. She just gets, well, later.
This whole
you'll see
movie
her.
Well,
is
that
just
makes more
white
sense
people.
later, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe, I guess.
yeah.
But yeah, the stepmom comes down and she starts screaming at her in a different language, and she's like, "What did she call me?" And the dad's like, "Who fucking cares? This is my wife." It's like basically.
I don't know. Maybe that was the union's diversity shot that they were obligated to have in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
So they threw them all into one scene.
Not
You're
wrong.
like,
But yeah,
So that's the Wheeler family.
yeah, God.
you should
And-
respect my wife.
Right.
Okay,
if you guys want a threesome later, you can have a threesome.
Because you're really my stepdaughter, right?
And so now we go back over to Kate, and Kate is having a shower,
Yeah.
and then and then she hears something. She gets out of the shower, and then when she tries to get back in, the water isn't working.
Yes.
And that's about it.
She dunks her head in the toilet.
I mean, okay. What? Because, like, I could see the natural progression. She goes from the shower
to the sink.
To the sink.
To the
right?
refrigerator.
Well, no, to the
bottle of water in the refrigerator.
No, well, shower to the sink out in the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Calls the landlord, says the water's not working, goes into the refrigerator, gets a bottle of water, which people are putting bottles of water empty back in the fridge.
Yeah, and she lives by herself, so she only has herself to blame.
Yeah, this isn't like, the empty scraped peanut butter jar or mustard or whatever they used to have, because apparently people have jars of mustard in movies. But I don't know. That's her only way of getting all this stuff out of her hair, And
so I just, from other movies and just like process elimination, I'm like, there it is. Like, cause she has this recollection, like, where she just like looks back at like where the toilet is, and you're like, there you go, girl, the toilet tank, right? Because like people have done it before.
Yeah, the toilet tank.
Yeah.
Let's drive that home. The toilet tank.
Tank, not the bowl.
The tank.
Okay.
She takes her entire
The
skull
toilet tank.
Yes.
and proceeds to open the lid. When the lid opened, I was like, oh no.
She swirlies herself.
But I mean, granted, it's like
she's like, well, it's my shit.
Yeah. Granted,
I live alone.
Just like what Tyler said, she lives alone. If he would have had like 3 other roommates, I mean, like, the hell with this?
Still no.
Hell with
the
this?
Tank.
Yeah.
No.
You could take a cup, take the water out of the tank, and rinse your hair in the sink.
Right.
That's the other thing, is like you could totally take a cup. You didn't have to dunk your head in the toilet.
Yeah.
Let's take it and say, okay, let's say for 1 second that, I don't know, the toilet tank up top wasn't full.
Yeah.
Some weird hypothetical situation where it wasn't full. I would still take the water in the bowl
out of the bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine it has those like skid marks on the rim from your poop. You know what I mean? Like she's just like, oh yeah, whatever. Gotta get the shampoo out.
What this seemed like was just like a bad like Selsun Blue ad or some shampoo ad or something like that. They could be something like that.
Well,
they got like shoehorned into the movie.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, here's our hero, folks.
Yeah. And I thought it was going to be, it was like a moment of like, oh, she's resourceful. But no, she's not.
And nor does it ever come back of being like, oh, the killer turned off the plumbing for some reason.
Oh, the killer pooped in the toilet.
Okay, yeah.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Drop the
shit
deuce.
on you.
in the horror genre, of all the utilities to mess with, water would be the least effective or even unpurposeful. You have electricity, the telephone lines, if you still have a landline, your Wi-Fi, and then last would be water. But why would you, DWP wants to kill you or something? Come on.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Gonna turn your water off to mildly inconvenience you. But then is this when she hears a noise and she goes back outside?
Yes.
Yes. She goes outside. She hears the doors on the elevator opening and closing.
Right.
Now that her door's open, and she's like, what the fuck? Right? And her door's mysteriously open after she turns her back. She goes to the elevator doors, and they're closing on the mask from the beginning, which is funny because that she looks at it kind of scared and confused, but like, you're not going to remember when some random kid at your dance in 6th grade was wearing that mask while you guys beat up this nerd?
No, nobody's going to remember that.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm surprised at the high quality of the mask. It hasn't cracked in half from the elevator.
Yeah, the elevator doors would have just smashed that thing.
Yeah, no, that's just like the He-Man mask you wore in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like it just cuts into your skin and just
and
like...
you know for a fact the people who made this movie were really trying to make that be a mask kids were going to wear for Halloween.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But then her neighbor Joe Dirt comes out and is like...
It's just
like male predator number 4?
No, he's straight
looks like
up...
Sean William Scott from Old School.
No, he's straight up fucking Joe Dirt. He's got like the...
Shoot you in the jugular.
He's got...
You just took a dart. You just took a dart to the neck, man.
Oh.
What? You're crazy. I love you, but you're crazy. You can pull that out.
I don't. Also, I don't know if it was like an early 2000 thing, but all the guys that are just creeps are overly hairy in this. And they had the chops, the beard.
Never
the long
trust
hair.
anyone that's hairy. That's what I say.
You know.
Oh, damn it.
No. So he comes out and he's spitting mad bars. He's like, "Hey, Kate, let's go on a date. You and me should mate. I can wait for you to gestate.
It's gotta be fate.
It's gotta be fate.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Gonna be great.
Pick you up at 8.
Period's gonna be late."
And she's like, "All right, bye." Right, and then
Unless you're about to menstruate.
Oh shit. And then now we're also introduced to the fourth person, Lily, played by
I forgot she even existed.
Jessica Caulfield, who was also in like White Chicks and Legally Blonde and a bunch of other stuff that nobody cares about.
No, I can't even remember. I can't really remember her. She's like she's Reese Witherspoon's two main friends, right?
I think so.
She's the blonde.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I found out for learning from this is they're making a Legally Blonde 3.
What?
Yeah, I just saw that announced the other day.
Yeah.
So from the last one, she was.
She wasn't in the last one.
She wasn't in the last.
I looked at her IMDb credits and she wasn't on the second one.
Reese Witherspoon's last take on this was she was gonna intend to run for president. So is this what it's gonna be about? She's gonna be Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde 3. The emails ruin her campaign.
Legally Blonde 3, but her email.
The snatch and grab just ruined her.
Legally Blonde 3, lock her up. Oh shit! I would watch that.
That'd be great.
I watch it so hard.
Oh god. She plays Trump's lawyer. She's Trump's new lawyer out there.
No collusion. Never was, never will be.
She gets a play.
Yeah,
Attorney General.
Listen, bimbo.
Oh no.
You look like my daughter. Pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, so Lily shows up, and I actually completely forgot that she was a character in this movie.
And Lily gets a full-on Valentine gift, not a card.
Yes,
See,
you're right.
And that's where it gets weird, because you're like, wait a minute, I thought you were doing the card thing. Why are you doing this?
He's changing it up now.
Well, nobody seemed to respond to the cards. So
I honestly think he just ran out of time. He's like, I'm falling behind schedule, killing all these
He
girls.
ran out of time, but he had enough time to pack every single chocolate with live maggots.
Yes, that is so funny. That was...
Also, you baked them? How do they're alive? Those things would suffocate.
Well, no, you don't bake. You don't bake chocolate.
No, but I mean, even the hot chocolate.
Wait, what? No, you bake it, then you pour it into the mold. So you could put the maggots into the mold and then pour the chocolate on top of that and then let it harden.
Yeah.
True, but still, the maggots would be alive. They would survive the process.
Maybe.
And you wouldn't
They're
tell
maggots. I mean, I don't know. I'm
know
not a
how they
magologist. So I don't know.
So you are what you. What was it? The rhyme? Something about you are what you eat, right?
Oh, there was a rhyme?
Yeah.
There was a rhyme?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, so there were 3.
Yeah. You are what you eat.
All right.
And she bit into rando chocolate that just came. I mean, who knows who left it? And maggots.
Oh man, I thought she was gonna eat that girl out. It didn't work at all.
He's like, oh shit, I thought it was sexy. It's gross.
Oh, Denise Richards, she's sucking a dick. This ain't gonna work at all. I wanted you to eat maggots.
So, right after that, I mean, in an incident that would traumatize most people, they just shake it off and they start just naming off JMs that they know, which apparently are a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone here is named JM for some reason.
It's just all the people that Denise has slept with.
Yeah.
Oh, and general medical knowledge, if you just ate maggots,
JM.
General movie medical knowledge: a cure-all for swallowing maggots is orange juice.
You
I'll tell that to Baloo.
You just gotta keep pounding orange juice.
Okay, which is what? That's what Denise Richards pours her and Kate in a later on scene when they're getting the on the speakerphone. They're talking to Detective Vaughn.
Yeah,
she is pouring them orange juice. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, callback.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Only Denise was paying attention.
Yeah, she was like, no, the plot, we have to follow this.
I am a true actor.
You don't want maggots growing in your stomach. I'm a magologist, and you don't want that.
I am Dr. Christmas Jones. Damn it. Dr. Jones.
Which was, this movie was after that. So, yeah.
She's doing real good.
Doctor.
I've played a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go to
next
this
scene-
art installation set up by Lily's boyfriend,
Yeah.
who's just like douchebag number 5.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, I like art.
But I also like pussy.
Yeah. That's why the art is the way it is.
Right? Because that's
So you
what
hate it, right? Yeah, I hate it too.
Yeah. He's like,
What?
it's so corporate.
because his art installation is basically like going through like Buffalo Bills like
Yeah.
would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Like it's people's eyes like close up or people's lips being like do me hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird. Like
and it's a maze?
It's a maze, right?
that gets separated by gender.
Fucking John Maroney is just off his game.
Yeah. Really fell off after that weird eye maze he made.
It's like it like plays on the cliches of normal gatherings of, okay, how many more places can I create in this story where singles are going to congregate? We already did the speed dating. Okay, we got to have the nondescriptive hip art installation where they serve
Fuck
wine.
maze.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
all like, that's what it came up with. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
So-
so then he's like, oh, and everyone's going to enter the maze, but men go on the right, women go on the left.
Why does that matter? Because
Yeah.
the maze looks identical either way you go.
Yeah,
right?
and also,
Also,
like,
how ginormous
well-
is this place?
Well,
Yeah.
the men's one's going to be a bunch of titties, and then the other side's going to be sexual harassment.
it's gonna be just pictures of my wiener. At the end, you'll find a comment card, rate 1 out of 10.
Ladies.
I was like, I'll be wandering the lady side.
And so he takes and is making out with Lily, and then his assistant shows up, and straight up, once again, just like in porns, is just watching from the side, feeling herself up, until finally Lily's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, and he's
Right?
like, oh, I thought you'd want to,
Oh,
I invited her.
I invited her. Cue the saxophone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I Carly was standing behind me when this scene happened, and I said, Carly, I swear to God, this just happened in this movie. Like, come here. And I skipped back a few seconds, and yeah, when he says, yeah, I invited her, the music literally goes, and then it's like the music goes back to a normal volume.
But of all three individuals involved in this scene, the most indignation comes from the assistant, who just like sips up her blood. Whoa, fine then. I got other things to do.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, she's like, I got someone waiting for me in the men's side. I don't have to look at dicks on this side.
I got a whole room full of men.
I thought we were doing art here, for Christ's sakes.
Damn it! I got an 8-hour shift. I gotta go home. Beat traffic.
I was the final piece. I was the final room.
The piece de resistance.
I was the final room. The men come in and they fuck me.
I've seen weird art installations.
And then the guy's response was like, "Look, we're not in junior high here. Okay, foreshadowing.
Yeah, no, that's like literally like throwing back to like, the 6th grade thing.
Oh yeah, because that's something that we did miss, is that they do have a discussion about the mask that was in the elevator door.
Yeah.
And she goes, "You mean the mask that was specifically at that junior high
Denise
dance?"
Richards says that, right?
Yeah.
She's just like,
No, Dorothy does.
oh, Dorothy, yes.
Which makes more sense.
Yes, which is so stupid.
by the end, but
Yeah.
but still, it's just like, You mean that extremely random mask that wasn't even worn by any of the main characters, but some 2 random dudes?
Yeah.
That mask?
Yeah.
And that I had to buy on eBay because they no longer make it?
Yeah, because it was from 1988.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
But also the mask that the killer wears seems to be a full.
It's a full latex mask.
Right.
It's not a plastic mask.
No.
Which is weird because it's like, okay, so you got like you can go to Spirit and you can buy like that shitty plastic, just a hockey mask one, and then you can buy the officially licensed Friday the 13th mask.
The foam one versus the
like plastic. So she like splurged. She spent like $60 as opposed to like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I gotta look good in this.
Hey, do you want the ghost face killer mask or do you want the one that's like a scarecrow?
No, so yeah, so Lily, her artist boyfriend leaves, and she's like,
well, she's pissed and she's like running around the maze.
Yeah, trying to get out. She's like, ah, ah, and then there's like walls closing behind her, which is like, this is a safety violation here. Like,
all of a sudden, I was like, this in no way seems that complicated or complex of an art installation that things are rolling around. Also, if those walls are on casters, she doesn't hear that?
Yeah, it's like across the room. She's like, oh, whatever.
I don't know where I am, and I don't know why I'm lost, but I don't think it has anything to do with that giant rolling sound.
She calls Paige. She's like, Paige, I'm lost in the maze. Where are you? I don't know. There's a penis on the wall. I'm somewhere in here.
Well, that's kind of every wall here, so you're going to have to be more specific. Your boyfriend's a real douche.
Yeah.
And that's coming from me.
Yeah.
Paige.
And then
I fucked him.
and then the arrow shows up.
Then
cool kill that's themed.
Yes.
I will say this.
Which is like super cool. And like also, man, the force of those arrows hits are hard.
But also like keep in mind, like sometimes when you have any kind of serial killer or any kind of serial killer type, it goes with the type of environment. You have Jason, the machete. You have, Myers. He's just super strong and have adrenaline fits and stuff like that. But this person trained, took a class in archery, practiced, goes and travels with a bow and arrow, walks into this art installation. It's like, all right, that whole 3 months in the summer, I practiced archery. Here's my moment. I have to hit her.
You know what it would have been nice is to have a establishing scene where like all the girls are into archery.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
I do have to say, archery is a very rich white person thing, and if you're really like kind of thinking back to like who it is, it's like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, you have to have an.
She comes in on a horse too, like kills someone.
They could have had
equestrian
had a bow in the back of her house, or even a field for archery, or something.
And all the girls are doing archery, kind of like all the girls in Heather's doing like croquet.
Yes.
That would have been it. At least so you're like, okay, one of them is somewhere, or like maybe it was a group activity or something. It's something to establish being like, oh, they're all pretty damn good at it.
Yeah.
It's like, like if somebody came and like, I don't know, like hit a tennis ball across the room and bludgeoned you across the face with it, you'd be like, oh, are they really good at tennis, I guess?
Yeah.
you know? But so you're right. You're absolutely right.
The arrows hit her, and instead of getting out of the fucking way, she's just like, oh, ow. I'll stand right here. Oh, ow.
You're supposed to go for the head.
Yeah, it hits her like in the chest.
It hits her in the stomach both times.
Yes, in the stomach both times. She gets hit.
And the final arrow.
Yes.
So she's now kind of stumbled back towards this door.
An open door that just opens to a staircase.
That doesn't have like a fire alarm.
No.
Nothing like
and also
that.
it's inside. This staircase is inside, but as we learn, has a dumpster at the bottom of it.
Yeah, I don't know who does that. Who dumps things just like right down the stairs like that?
Well, I mean, there are trash chutes and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's in like the middle of like a enclosed staircase.
I saw a construction chute, attachment, like some sort of like funnel that goes through it, I'd believe it. Yeah, but it's just there. It's really.
It's a very convenient way to wrap it up and hide a body.
It goes full shredder, He just.
Yes. So if you haven't guessed, she gets hit by a third arrow, and she falls through a railing made out of like 1/4-inch plywood, and
doesn't hit one of the stair railings hitting down.
That would have been awesome, like in Titanic when that guy falls off that part of the boat and he hits it and he flips. That would have been cool. Yeah. He's like, donk. Yeah, that'd have been cool. But no, falls in the trash can. It closes. We're done with her.
It's a just all rapidly knit.
This is the thing, is that no, I don't give a shit about any of these characters.
No, you haven't. Nothing has. We literally just met Lily.
Yes.
Like, literally 10 minutes prior, we're introduced to her and her story, and then it was like, okay, she's dead. Do you care? No. All right, cool.
No.
We're moving on. Because the movie doesn't give a shit either.
Because taking it back to Scream, right? You were given like a full 10 minutes with Drew Barrymore and what she goes through.
Yeah.
And that entire, basically just verbal torture.
Yeah, and then she
right?
dies, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And you care. Mm-hmm. And it has a bearing on the characters, too, because they all talk about how she died. But, like, this one's just like, oh, yeah, whatever, who cares?
And not only that, but I feel like even though the deaths are violent, they're wrapped up pretty neat. Like, Kevin Hagel, body bag.
Yep.
Shoot off this, closed up in the trash bin.
Right?
Yeah.
And nobody's like, where is she? Oh, she's out of town. She's in L.A. I was like,
yeah.
Is L.A. a faraway place and nobody can contact a number or something like that?
Well, and then even, like, going back to your point of, like, not even the characters care about the characters, is like, when's the last time you saw Katherine Heigl? They're like, 1 year. It's been 2 for me. I don't care about that bitch.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, whatever.
Like,
screw her.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you at her funeral then?
Yeah.
Like, you barely know her. Like, why are you here?
Even if I was a detective, I was like, well, I guess you guys aren't really that close of friends. I'm going to go ask the family members.
So, which one of you did it?
I just got to ask that first. Makes my job easier.
I mean, I just got to put it out there. Which one of you was the fat one?
Oh, that was me. All right. Book them.
So they leave I'm guessing
sting operation.
Yeah, I'm guessing they leave those that survive leave the art installation. Oh wait, isn't Creepazoid Jason third person there?
Randomly there, even though the detective in the funeral scene said that he was missing.
Yeah.
Then he's just like, I'm not missing. Jason's here.
Jason likes that dead body.
I'm the Jason.
Jason liked the dick exhibit.
He's just standing there staring at one of the screens. Yeah.
Jason like it.
Jason got a stiffy.
But he's just there, but then he's never there again.
No.
Ever.
He's not at the final party or anything.
No.
It just...
But it's, again, another red herring.
Another misdirection. And honestly, I think they just filmed that scene like many other scenes in trailers just to have a trailer scene where, okay, this could be one of the many male predators that could be
He wasn't
the guy.
in the trailer, though.
He was?
Jason was in the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's shown briefly.
I don't know. It's so pixelated.
He made the face. And then he just like pulled out of the scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then we move on to something else?
Okay, so at this point...
Yeah, you go home and you don't ask where your friend is, if
so,
you got on a flight or nothing.
Yeah, we go back to Kate sits down with Adam, and they have a discussion in which he's like, I won't drink again, I'll never drink again, right? And she's like, okay, and then a bartender comes up and is like, what do you have? And she's like, I'll have a Corona, and he goes, I'll have a club soda. And her response to that, she looks at him and she goes, make that 2, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, 2 Coronas or 2 club soda?
Yeah, no, I was like, is she like... I
up.
thought she was being like, oh yeah, you're an alcoholic. Fuck you, I'm gonna drink 2 beers.
But not
also
only that, why would you meet him at a bar? That's just cruel. The guy's trying. He's been sober 3 weeks, supposedly.
Yeah.
You meet him at a bar?
Also,
she's testing him at all times.
Let's talk about the cardinal sin here. Who the fuck goes to a bar and orders a Corona?
Exactly.
Unless you're getting like Mexican food or like something, you're not actively pursuing a Corona.
What is this? A food truck? Get out of here.
But yeah, so
I know one person that would.
Corona's so
We are
gross.
never going out then.
No.
Oh no.
No. So yeah, they then they walk home from the bar, and she writes him a note that's basically like, "Stay sober." Wait,
no, the IOU one?
Yeah.
No, is
Not
that
yet.
later?
Not yet.
Yeah,
That's
it's later.
Valentine's Day.
God, this movie
they
drags.
they walk home, and she's like, "You want to come up?" And he's just like, I do, I so do, right? And there's this but, right? And they just start making out, right? And he's like, but I don't want you to do something that you're going to regret in the morning. And I'm like, okay, fair. That's all right, cool.
That was the most decent thing said in that whole movie by a male.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it moves on to there's a point where the detective calls them all into the station.
Yes.
Right? And he's sitting there, and he is just as confused and pissed as to why no one will tell him things as we are.
Yeah.
Right? Where, like, everybody's just like, I don't have to say anything. I don't need to be talking about my boyfriend that I've only met a month. And he's like, I just want to know his fucking name so, like, I can make sure that you're okay.
Yeah, it's like
he's pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, why are all these bitches being bitches? It's literally his attitude, right?
It's like he's trying to do his job.
Right?
And then you have to be amazed how she actually thinks this is bullshit because, like, what's his last name? I don't have to answer this.
Right. Well, because because the detective turned it around on. So basically, what happens here is that they're still trying to figure out like who JM is, and basically Denise Richards attacks Dorothy, the richest of them, saying like, you let what's his name? Chapman or
Campbell.
You let
Soup.
Campbell into your house after only knowing him for a month, and she's like, you let people into your pants after only knowing them for a night, and you don't even know their last name. And the detective's like, all right, so what's your boy's last name? And she's like, meh. I don't have to answer this.
What's your boy's name? Campbell. What's his last name? Chicken noodle soup.
This is bullshit. I don't gotta answer this.
Yeah, and she just walks out. Meanwhile, Denise Richards is playing this specific scene like she's the killer.
Yeah, being so weird.
So weird.
But she's also being very adamant also to the detective she seems helpful as well as like almost like I'm going to help you figure this out until also it sounds like she's trying to be sultry with him.
Oh, you know what? He was wrong.
He was very wrong.
He was wrong.
Very wrong.
But I am out there being like, I feel you, pal. Because she was just giving you horror eyes.
She was definitely like, yeah,
And
you're a sexy old guy.
So what's his name? Vaughn, right? Detective Vaughn? Yeah, I feel like he planned this. Okay, I'm going to call in the girls today, and I'm going to make my move. Because look at his wardrobe. He's got his, like, black open shirt up, and so, like, he probably put on some must that day. I'm all like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make my move today.
He was like, okay, 30 minutes before they get here, take the pill. Take the pill just in case. He's
jacked up on.
Viagra sitting there, full hard on. No, yeah, he
for sultry eyes, get horror eyes.
He's sitting there and he puts his hand on her leg.
He dismisses everybody else and asks her to hold behind.
He keeps Paige behind, and he's talking to her. And he's basically like,
what are we going to do about this?
And she's like, about what?
You know what I'm talking about.
No. The murder?
The tension.
The murder tension?
No, the tension between us.
Oh. And that's like, yeah.
Yeah, he goes, the sexual tension.
The sexual tension. And she's like, I don't even know what she says.
Something like, you can take that, I need you to take that hand off of my leg.
Yeah, she says, I need you to take that hand off of my leg.
And shove it up your ass.
Yeah. Which is like, yeah!
Me too.
Yeah, and then she like walks out.
Right? And I was like, okay, wow. Right?
No, but it's funny because
But it doesn't feel like her character.
Yeah, of all the characters to have a, strong empowering moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong to any of the other women that are in that movie.
Because you know what? It seems disingenuous due to it's not to get on a pedestal, but it is this thing of being like, if that was any other dude that she found attractive, she would have been down. You know what I mean?
Well,
and that's what sucks.
Yeah, but he made an ill advance.
He made an ill advance. I'm just saying that, like, it's the same thing as her I'd rather be boiled alive when she was 12.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, he made the wrong way of approaching it, but like she definitely just like was just like, you need to take that hand off of my leg because I'm not down to fuck you.
Yeah, and then just
You know?
left.
Yeah, but then she's gonna run off and just sleep with the dude that she met at the speed dating thing.
Hell yeah.
You know, like it's just ugh.
And I love how after she walks away, the detective just shrugs her. This broad.
Yeah.
Like, she could go right to the
We'll get her.
Yeah, go right to the captain. Says, "I'd like to report I've been sexually harassed
Yeah,
and
this is-
accosted by one of your detectives."
You're still 17 years.
Yeah, I was
old.
gonna say this is 2001. No one took those claims seriously until 2018.
Well, I guess I'll hit on the next suspect of female victims.
So fucked up. God.
So at this point now, he did while this seems all happening. There are two other things that there's a line that says, "You were bigger, you were big boned." Like Kate is really trying to not say fat.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I was fat."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, "You were not."
No, she was like little kid, like
just
baby fat.
Yeah.
She had those little chubby cheeks. Like whatever, dude.
Yeah.
And then there's another thing where Vaughn runs through what Jeremy Melton might look like as an adult.
Yeah.
And
Paige says, "Do you have any like of what he would look like now?" And he says, "If I did, we would have him." It's like,
And then eventually,
it was like,
which is where I actually wrote in capitals. I was like, "You are all the stupidest bitches."
just so fucking dumb.
No,
you
but-
have any of what he looks like right now, this minute in this room?
And the computer decides that he might look like either Kyle MacLachlan or Joshua Jackson.
Yeah.
or I honestly thought it was Napoleon Dynamite's brother.
Oh, Kip.
Kip.
He may currently be making some nachos.
Don't be jealous because I've been chatting online with babes.
It's getting serious.
I fly so high, like a
Can you give me a ride into town?
Always and forever.
God, I really think he broke my wrist.
So then anyway, he
What would you know about time machines and Napoleon?
but then the thing about it is that Dorothy, right? Dorothy supposedly she self-identified herself as a fat one, right? She goes on this whole rant of like naming each other's characteristics like there's some sort of Spice Girls. And then, apparently Catherine Hagel was
You
the
were
brainy
the popular one, and you were the pretty one, and you were
slutty Spice.
and with our powers combined, we are the bitchy sixth graders.
who falsely accused the boy.
Captain Bitches, they're our hero.
And then, so I'm guessing all the brains went to Catherine Hagel because she said she was the brainy one.
Yeah.
And she's the only one that was becoming a pre-med student. And if she would have been alive, she could have figured out this crime speed in the first hour.
So they're talking about what happened and them picking on that kid. And again, Carly was standing near me, and she said, "What kid gets bullied and then just seeks revenge on his classmates?" And I sat there and looked her in the face, and I was like, "Do you watch the news?"
Have you been present in the past decade? Jeremy Spoken?
Yeah.
There's a song to this?
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, this is straight up this is Columbine the prequel. This was gonna happen."
I mean, now there's manifestos
I think-
that specifically say they do this because of that.
I think she meant who gets bullied grows up and then
yeah,
does
no, I
it.
know, but I said that I was like, "Have you ever heard of a school shooting?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, you're right," and just walked away. And I was like, "Yeah."
Also, I mean, are Carly's appearances strategic? And most of the time you're watching your movies.
She's always getting ready while I'm watching. She's always getting ready to leave, so she always comes in these weird times. Yeah, but I'm always like, "Hey, come here, watch this bullshit."
So, as this is happening, there's something that Kate mentioned to Adam when she was like, "Oh, I found this weird mask." She also mentioned that somebody was taking her panties.
Yeah,
right. They're just hurt. She was like, "And I got some panties missing from the laundry." Right. So we figure out what happens to them right here in this scene.
literally next scene, she's like, "Yeah, someone's been taking my panties," and he goes, her boyfriend Adam goes, "Oh yeah, that's me." And it's like,
right.
okay.
They make me feel free.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah, he says
yeah.
he wears them.
Yeah, but it's a joke. But
Yeah.
you're like, is it a joke?
I was like, "Is this a sleepaway camp moment?" And then No, but yeah, then you find out that Joe Dirt has been stealing her underwear.
The next door neighbor.
Is
literally, so basically it turns into a POV of the killer, right? Who grabs an iron, right? And then walks in to Kate's bedroom, and there is Joe Dirt just sniffing panties.
Yeah.
Right?
And putting on her pantyhose.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because I think that's the fake out, that we see the leg and we think it's her. But
and then it's Joe Dirt.
Right.
It's Joe Dirt.
I was more turned on by the Joe Dirt, honestly.
And as the killer comes towards him, he's like, "Hey, man, take it easy. I'm not well." And I'm like, "You think the guy in the mask is?"
Yeah, you think the guy in the mask who's like obviously going to murder you? He has the iron in his hand at this time.
Hot iron.
Also, you're like going to reason with a person who's a masked assailant in a bedroom that you're not supposed to be in.
That's what I was going to say next, because the next scene is Kate and Paige coming back and having that orange juice conversation that I mentioned before.
Yes.
And no blood splatter.
And he thwacks him with that freaking iron.
Yeah, he takes and wraps the cord around his hand and just is like just whipping him to death with this iron.
He hits him 3 times. One time in the head to knock him on the ground.
One to burn him.
One to burn him, that's right. It knocks him down. Then the 2, whack, whack.
I don't know about you guys, but I almost completely messed up my kitchen by opening the blender just midway, and it splattered all over the place. I don't know what an iron to the head would leave as a mess in a bedroom.
I opened a Prego jar once. It just looked like a crime scene.
Yeah, no, he hits him hard, really hard.
Yeah.
But I read in the trivia, actually, the uncut version of the film, he hits him 12 times. In the original cut of the film with the iron.
That would have been nice.
And they cut it out because they're like, that's too violent.
So he went full Ryan Gosling and Drive.
Yes.
Stepping on his head with an iron.
Yeah, then they come back and it's like, oh, how...
Nobody goes into that bedroom and it's never explained if it's in there or if it's...
No.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
How
right?
kind. He cleans
also,
the room.
I've seen Dexter.
Yeah,
like,
and
there's
Denise
blood splatter
Richardson,
analysis.
she scares... I forget her name.
Oh, she's in the shower again, and she hears a noise, and she comes out, and it's Paige in her house.
Yeah.
No, she's not in the shower, I don't think.
No,
I don't think she's in the shower.
Oh, is she like in the bathroom though?
No, she's just. I think she
walking in.
came in.
Yeah, she came in, and
Paige is just there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Another
She's
red herring.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
Also,
Right?
they live
But-
in the Friends universe that doors are never locked.
This is right before this is where the IOU happens, where she's about to go upstairs to her
it's
apartment
Valentine's
and
Day.
she runs into Adam.
Yes.
Coming out. And so you're like, oh, this is Billy Loomis like moment of being like, oh my god, I heard something. What's going on?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Especially because we just saw that somebody was upstairs in an apartment beating somebody to death with an iron, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so they have this moment, and she's like, here's an IOU for, like, he gives her a gift, like an actual physical gift.
And she's like, oh shit.
Right?
Here's one of those couples
"Shit,"
coupons
because
books.
I forgot that we broke up.
Yeah.
You know? And she goes, IOUTLC. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, my stomach makes just.
I don't want no scrubs.
Right? IOU waterfalls.
Eventually, I will give you a hand job over the underwear, though.
A drunken hand job.
But it's
I'll
like
be drunk. You'll taste the alcohol on me. You'll relapse.
yeah. But the thing about it is that I thought that whatever cheesy gift Dave Boreanaz's character gave her had a note on behind it. And I thought that was going to be one of those, oh my goodness, this matches this, or something is hinting. Nope, it was just a loose piece of cardboard behind the candy heart, and that was it.
You're giving too much. You're trying to give too much credit to the writers of this film.
Yeah.
For literally, and they were literally like, and then.
1, 2, 3. Are you ready to die?
The devil is coming.
Yo, that would have been a sweet twist.
All right, writer number 24. What do you got?
Yeah, so in mine, the devil actually appears after a virgin sacrifice. They're like, yo, that's fucking sick. Put that in the taglines, but fuck that guy. We're not putting that in the movie. It was actually Robert Rodriguez, like midway through From Dusk Till Dawn 2.
M. Night's first movie.
Yeah.
So that's
they actually don't like water.
So then it's like the devil. He's like, the producer's like, the devil. That's never gonna be made. The devil. The elevator movie. Paranoia in the elevator.
And so, it's nice. It's very nice. At this point, we go back to Dorothy.
No, because
and Campbell.
David said, "Would you be my date for Valentine's to the party?"
I don't care.
Yeah,
anymore.
to the party. They establish that the party's coming up.
Yes, they do.
So we go back to the house, and they're kind of setting up for the party, kind of. They're setting up for the party, and she blows a fuse, and she asks Campbell to go downstairs.
Oh no! Wait! No.
wait.
What the fuck did I jump ahead?
Yeah, you jumped
Sexy.
ahead. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They fuck, and he either can't. come or...
No. He's that much of a deadbeat. He can't even get it up.
No, I was just saying they have sex, and he literally
Are you equating money to like erection?
No, it's because
I only got $2 in my bank account. I can't afford to come.
it's because
It costs money to run this dick.
no, it's because it's like even before there's already a suspicion because also at the art installation way before and then later we have this like nondescriptive lady who's like, hey, he's a leech. He's the one like siphoning.
Oh yeah,
money
his
from him.
ex-girlfriend.
So his credibility's already on the line.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Crazy psycho bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
but rightfully so. Like she genuinely has.
She is, but there's not enough. Like there's not enough background.
No,
that doesn't make
We
her
don't-
look more crazy than him.
Yeah, we don't know if she's some sort of
Another
seed
fucking
investor.
red herring.
Yeah.
She could lose her top and just be like, I'm killing you and killing everybody, right?
But it's not a good red herring because you're like, she has no motive to kill anybody else.
Yeah,
No.
but
Or
that's,
know
that's
anybody
why
else.
it's so
No.
weird, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, they have
I
sex.
forgot about that.
Because she's like, oh, just treat him nice, get him something. I'm thinking, oh, get him a card. No, she gets him a freaking Rolex or what kind of...
She gets
Yeah,
on, okay, so
nice ass
basically,
watch.
she is afraid, right? She is afraid that she won't have a date for her Valentine's party that she's throwing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, go solo. Get
It's
yourself
your own
restrained.
party.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Oh, Paige gives her the
Well,
advice.
she's like, if I don't have a date, then every one of you other bitches are gonna fuck somebody at my party because
Yeah.
they try to.
Yeah.
She knows what she's dealing with.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's all like, I don't know what to do. Be creative, girl.
Right? Her version of creativity is to get a man she's known for a month a Valentine's Day gift of a full-on Rolex.
Is it a Rolex?
I'm just gonna say that
It's a
because
nice
I
ass
would assume
watch.
that it's
Yeah.
nice.
It's a Citizen
It's,
Eco
it's
Drive.
a luxury watch.
Yeah, it's a nice watch.
It's a luxury watch in a collectible like mahogany box or something like
Yeah.
It's a Walmart.
And then he's like, "Oh hell yeah! All I got for you was dick."
that. It's so embarrassing. I didn't know since I'm squatting in your house if we were exchanging gifts because I'm no position to do that. So let's try to
it
bone.
seems that he. Okay, so what happens here is that the scene switches. They're making out, and the scene switches over, and now they're both awkwardly lying in bed.
Yes.
And it is not clear if, because basically he's apologetic, right? But you don't know if it's premature or he couldn't get it up.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, either this guy's dick don't work, or he just just couldn't bust.
Right. And so she's like, I'm going to get in the shower. And she gets in the shower, and then he is like, I'm going to make some like business calls or something. And she's like, or you could join me in the shower. And he's like, it's still not clear. I'm like, okay, so maybe it was premature because she's like giving him a second chance.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
I'd say about okay. Yeah.
it's like, sorry, babe, dick's out of money. I just can't do this.
All right, thanks.
That's all I could afford to go on.
I don't want to go in overdraft
But
here.
but then it seems like he is on the phone and he's trying to get a hold of an inheritance or something.
But he says, doesn't he say his actual full name?
Yes.
And that was one of the moments where I was like, oh. And then it became nothing.
And
yeah,
then,
but his full name wasn't a JM.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
and then
like,
No,
I
but
thought,
still, I thought it was like another moment of like,
uh-huh.
oh, this guy isn't
he has
Campbell.
a second name. He's not Cher.
And then
this guy's a name.
yeah, because he gave his mother's maiden name, and then also he's all like, "Why do you want to know when I was born? February 16th, 19 something." I was like, I thought they were gonna say February 14th.
Yeah.
and it was gonna have some Valentine's Day killer sort of thing, but nope.
No. So then they blow a fuse. She
it's
blows
not a fuse. The pilot light goes
the
out.
pilot light goes out. That's right.
Because everybody has problems with water
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
movie.
They really need proper maintenance of utilities in this movie.
Yeah, so the pilot light goes out, and she asks him, "Hey, can you relight it?" And he acts like such a fucking asshole. Like, oh, God, I'm squatting in your house for free and you expect me to do shit?
Yeah, he literally goes, oh, what, now I'm the hired help?
Yeah. It's like...
Not to her face.
No, but behind her back, it's like, yeah, motherfucker, you are. You're living here for free.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what's wrong with just lighting a match, asshole?
Yeah, so he goes down there and...
In a bathrobe.
In a bathrobe.
Right.
I don't know why he would go do that in a bathrobe.
And they have really shoddy electric as well.
Yeah, the lights on.
And also, this is apparently where they chop wood as well.
Yeah.
Because there is an axe stabbed into a entire tree trunk in the basement.
Yes.
And he lights the pilot, he bends down to do it. You see the axe on the trunk, and when he steps in front of the frame and then bends back up, the axe is gone, if you notice it. Yeah. And then, boom, killer right to the back, he's done.
Literally in one hit.
One hit, we're good.
What a lame-o.
Yeah.
He just fucking dies.
Groundskeeper Willie. I'm bad at this.
Yeah. He dies, and then the party happens. Again, another person who inconsequentially dies, and no one gives a shit.
No one.
Later, as the party starts, Dorothy's like, I can't find Campbell.
Well, it kind of makes sense why nobody gives a shit when you find out who the killer is.
Yes, but still, at the same time, her friends don't care. She's like, I can't find Campbell. Like,
yeah, but they didn't like him anyway.
They're like, all right, cool, we have our dates, so, like, whatever.
That's great.
Fatty.
No, because, I mean, even she's doing it. She's like stress eating. I think she has a full plate of wings that she went through, and she's still got to keep it classy because she's got, like, some, like, freaking, I don't know if it's Chardonnay glass she's pounding right now and goes depressed. He said he'd come before the party started.
Yeah. He did.
And and then Dave Boreanaz shows up in his overly, big dad shirt, and he's all like, "Great party, you look great." And I'm like,
and he's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote two things here. I said, one, no one has a Valentine's Day house party.
No.
They just
it's not a thing.
And
No.
two, even if they did, it is not like this.
No, it
this
is
is like a rave.
No, this is banging.
And then also, who?
We gonna fuck tonight.
And then
Well,
it's like,
and also there
I
was
like with your with your background in music and DJ and everything like that.
Yep.
Like, you've ever shown up at these high end parties that you've been doing. I mean, what really is the guest list here, and how ridiculous could it possibly even get?
This is the party from Weird Science. Just everyone was invited.
But I also like that in whether it's a horror movie or some sort of big reveal climactic scene in movies.
Well, in Scream it made sense.
You're obligated to have that one rich friend, because the one rich friend gives you the location to have this party.
Well, and this is the thing where we're just spoiling it at this point. This is the correlation here, is that the killer has just invited everybody to her house.
Yeah.
Just like Stu invited everybody to his house so that he could get the people that he wanted dead.
Yes.
Right? His own girlfriend.
Stab me too hard, man.
You hit me with the phone, dick.
I think I went in deeper.
My mom's gonna be so mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm really bleeding, man.
Did you really call my mom? You bet your ass, motherfucker.
Like Zoink Scoob.
Jared would be very upset.
I love Matthew Lillard.
Oh, I do too.
This party's happening. It's a happening party.
Thank you.
Marilyn Manson is playing. Which is like, that's a great way to set a mood.
Well, right? Yeah, it's like, now, we're going to fuck tonight, now.
Remove your ribs. Now.
Hey, if you don't have a date, suck your own dick, now.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was Self-Suck Blues from Marilyn Manson.
That was called 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to die?
Also, where's the stepmom in all this? I would feel she
No,
be
see,
like
I was gonna say,
there.
there was no establishing thing of like, even though they're too old to have the, hey, my parents are going out of town, let's throw a party. They're not. She's living at home with her parents. There should have been like, hey, I'm throwing a party because my parents are going out of town. They're letting me.
Or they should have been dead.
Because
they should have been dead. Because, okay, like I said, sorry guys, here it is. Dorothy's the killer. Fat girl's the killer.
What?
All right. But that's the thing is, you're absolutely right. At this point, we haven't gotten that reveal yet, but she had a quarrel with her stepmom. Stepmom should have been at least on the body count.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
At least.
Literally, she has a minor quarrel with the maid, and the maid gets fucking killed.
All she said, because she's like, did your father say? No, I said so. Okay, you're dead.
Yeah. So that chick who dated Campbell before shows up. Campbell had given Dorothy a necklace, and she says, basically like, hey, what the fuck? That's my necklace that he took from me. And she's like, Campbell gave it to me. Finders keepers. And just like leaves, basically.
Yeah.
He loves me.
So it also becomes like extremely obvious, and this is that thing where it's like, oh, it's Scream, but it's like completely off the walls. And what works for Scream is the fact that they have two killers.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why it's explained where like you're never really shocked that it is who it becomes in this movie, right? You're like, oh yeah, duh, right?
Yeah.
You know, like it's so painfully obvious later on when they try to throw it on Adam.
Yeah.
That you're just like, well, wait, there's still one person alive that hasn't been around for like 15 minutes. You know?
So like to be completely honest, not a lot much else happens at the end of this. The kills. So there's one really cool kill with the girl who used to date Campbell. She sees the killer up in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. She, the glass in the shower.
She sees the killer dragging the maid.
Yes, she sees the killer dragging the maid.
She got killed off scene. I don't know for
right. The
what
maid got
reason.
killed off screen.
Yeah.
Right. She sees that, and then the killer's like, "Oh fuck, I maybe shouldn't be dragging bodies around
my
during
fucking
the party.
house party." Yeah.
Also, like, what's the? I mean, can you really see out of that mask? Because you got no peripherals in your.
Yeah, it did not look like the mask had any eye holes. By
Yeah.
the way, and she chases her around
After she hit her with a pool cue.
Yep.
And she still,
smacked her in the head.
Once again, another time where you had the advantage as the victim.
And you just fucked it up.
Could have just stabbed him in the eye with a pool cue.
Also, what kind of workout is Dorothy now doing that she can pick up a full-grown woman and throw her into the glass of a shower wall?
So it's a full-on plate glass shower. Like,
yes.
no walls. The walls are the glass.
Uh-huh.
Throws her into that, and then this girl is just fucked up in the face.
Yeah.
Right? And this made me tweak a bit.
This was a gnarly kill.
Because basically there's shards, there's extremely sharp points of glass sticking up from the floor now, and she takes her and just like forces her throat down into it, and that's it. But I don't know.
It was still so weak.
It was weak in the way of it should have been a very quick like boom, boom, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, damn! But instead it was like, no,
Well,
right? And like, ugh! It still made me like,
Yeah.
because I've never liked, you remember Ghost? When the bad guy dies at the end and the shard of glass just like falls down on him, and then the demons come like,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, and they're making pottery.
Yes, that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying, but like I asked you before we started, like, is this movie rated R or PG-13?
It is R.
Because that kill is still just so tame. I genuinely was like, oh, it's gonna go in her eyeball. They're gonna call back to that famous scene in, is it Zombie? Where they slam her eye into the thing, and I was like, that'd be cool. But no, like through the neck is lame. Mm-hmm. You don't even see any blood really.
It's
because
after
it cuts away.
It's only after later when forget her name that's running around. The final girl.
Kate.
Kate. Yeah, she finds the body and there's blood everywhere.
There's blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, also while this is happening, Denise Richards, Paige, is getting it on with hairdo Paul Scheer.
Yeah.
And,
because he said, hey, I need you to come upstairs. I'll show you something.
Well, yeah, he goes, I need you to come upstairs. I got a surprise for you, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, how do you not know it's going to be his dick?
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, this is where Tyler actually gets justified that this actually happened. He just pulled it out.
Yeah, he genuinely like takes his dick out, and she's just like, "Oh, that," and is like,
"Oh, so yeah." And this is why I'm so confused, right? It was like she's like, "You said you had a surprise for me," and I'm like, "You're upstairs. You know what's going on. How are you like once again going to flip the switch and be like, oh, I'm not the whore role. I'm the woman empowerment."
Yeah,
thing.
it's another woman empowerment movement where he gets put in bondage, and he's the one that is made the victim by her.
Right. Oh my god, that's right. She maims his dick.
Yeah.
She pours all of that candle wax on it.
Because basically she goes, "What do you want me to do with that?" And he goes, "Wax it." Right?
Yeah.
And then she proceeds to pretend to be down again.
Yeah, which
ties him up.
I love that because this is like presumably the parents' bedroom that she's in, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, Dorothy's parents are kinky," and just like finds their like scarves to tie him up and their blindfold.
Right.
Yeah, ties him up, grabs a candle, and you're like, "Oh, what you get?" And then she just dumps.
Well, because she goes, "Do you want me to still wax it?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah." Right. Meanwhile, the camera is like with this very shallow depth of field of like there are candles in the foreground of this shot. And you're like, I wonder how this goes. Like, it's just so obvious, right? But then I'm like, well, what if he's down? People do candle wax stuff all the time.
Yeah, like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street with the candle in his butt. Yeah. I thought you were gonna take that lit candle and just shove it up his butt.
Anything.
Okay, but let's think about it. Let's think about it.
And then that guy's just gone. That's it.
But think about it.
Not killed.
Yeah,
nothing.
He survives.
Yeah, think about it in the whole story. It's like, okay, the killer's revealed. There's a bunch of dead bodies all over the mansion. You are tied to a bed,
just
blindfolded, naked,
cock out.
When the cops come,
when waxed.
Johnson, what's going on in here? Nothing. I'm just closing the door. please help! I got wax all over my dick.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah, like just like Johnson. What do we got? Another body. What over here? It's a man with his dick out.
Another body. He seems to be dead.
And then
what, Johnson?
What's the MO? He was shot. All these other people were stabbed.
Well, that reminds me, Johnson. I owe you TLC.
Okay, so wait, we forgot about Detective Vaughn.
No, we didn't forget because it's coming right up.
We didn't forget because we don't care.
He just gets shoehorned in.
So at this point now. Kate runs into Adam, and he's just randomly drinking again.
Yeah, he's just fucking drunk.
He's just like, I'm sorry, I just broke down and just had to drink this whole bar.
It's not like he's had a traumatic episode or nothing or something.
They didn't get into a fight. Nothing.
It
would have been kind of funny.
What Kate went to go do that left him behind, like, and he was
did
just
did he really feel that?
Booze!
Did he really feel that neglected? Then he's like, I gotta drink.
I don't understand because they didn't get into a fight. They didn't nothing.
No?
He was just like, I'll be right here. I'll wait for you, right?
Yeah.
And just when he gets back, he was just like, can't. Everybody's around me. Gin.
Well, okay. I think
Marilyn Manson.
Did we miss? I think we missed Paige's.
No, we didn't.
Is that next? Yes.
Yeah.
So Paige is in the hot tub chilling.
Mm-hmm.
And she is just in the hot tub drinking champagne
on her, because she just encountered, like, she's just like, fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
She's
be
all
alone.
like, I've just conquered a sexual predator.
And that's
I
the
need
thing
some
is,
jacuzzi
all
time.
of these girls are very much free to do whatever they want in Dorothy's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like, because she, like, when she takes Paul Scheer up to the bedroom, like, she just looks at Dorothy be like, you know what I'm about to do, right? And Dorothy's like,
change those sheets.
and instead of Dorothy being like, not in my house, she's just like, I don't have a date.
Yeah.
I'd like to fuck in my parents' bed.
Guess it's just me and the Hitachi tonight.
Damn it, where's Campbell?
Right?
No, so
I killed him.
She's in the hot
Good
tub.
thing I bought a drill.
She's in the hot tub, and the killer comes in, and
he's just got a drill.
Yeah, but he
An
closed.
electric drill, by the way.
Yeah, there's a big old extension cord on it. No, he closes the jacuzzi on her in what is arguably like the stupidest thing you could like. There's no safety feature that's gonna like if you accidentally closed it on someone, let them out. Like it just closes. It's like a plexiglass top. You can see her, and it just closes and locks, and she can't get out.
She was just having her demolition man moment. Right
I mean, I don't think jacuzzi makers were really focused on like if you accidentally. How could you accidentally lock somebody into a clear case?
Well, no, I'm saying it's like yeah, but if they or if it closed on you while you were in it.
I'm not worried about murderers.
Because my jacuzzi back when I was growing up had the top was strong Velcro.
Well,
and if you hit it,
my jacuzzi
it would pop
growing
open.
up.
Yeah, but somebody's gonna scream.
Yeah, but still. So he starts
They're
drilling.
like, it's the scream claws. It's fine.
It's okay. It's good. No, so he starts drilling through the plexi at her, and she's like trying to dodge it.
But also can't breathe, so she needs to breathe through the holes he's started to drill.
Yes.
Right.
And he hits her with the drill once, and she's like, ah! And she's
blood's
bleeding,
all in the water.
blood in the water, and then he just
opens
it
the lid
up,
just enough to throw
the drill in.
And she just gets electrocuted.
And she dies.
Denise Richards gives the best performance of getting electrocuted.
But I'm here being like, you just had an electric drill ready to go?
Yeah, she was prepared
with full extension.
And again, there was no setup of like, oh, there's construction happening in the house. Like, no, she's like, yeah, I got a drill.
Yeah, it would have been like,
but it's electric.
Yeah.
It's like somebody running at you with like an electric chainsaw.
they could have just said like, oh, excuse
Stripe does that in Gremlins.
You know, excuse the construction workers. We're going through renovations.
Yeah.
That would have one-liner. Would have
in the pool area.
Yeah. Would have validated that drill being there.
So meanwhile, now she's dead, and the party, because of the electrocution,
all the power goes out,
and everybody leaves.
Yeah,
but Adam's just stumbling around like a drunk psycho.
Yeah, like going after Kate.
Yeah. So Kate is just like, what's wrong with you? Like, so Kate has found Detective Vaughn's head in the little bird bath outside.
I was so confused as to whose head that was, because I was like, this doesn't look like anyone. This is just nondescript, dissevered head.
And next to it, the IOU she found.
So she's like, oh shit, he's the killer.
Right.
Not the detective.
Right.
Adam.
And I let's put a pin in that, because I want to talk about the ending. Right.
Yeah.
And she goes back inside, and there is Adam walking around.
Like a drunk asshole.
Like a drunk psycho.
Yes.
Just being like, I don't know why you would be mad at me, right? And it's just like, she feels threatened. Are you not feeling the vibes at all? Like, I guess you're drunk.
Are you an idiot?
Yeah, like, well, everybody is.
Yeah.
Right? So she's running around. He's chasing her around, right? This is the biggest, obvious red herring you've ever seen, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's yeah.
And she loses him in the house, and then comes upon the real killer instead. Meanwhile, she got a gun out of like the hunting den.
Yeah.
Right? And so she's
every white person has one.
Well, yeah.
Well, because at least that was
just
explained.
Just a plaid room.
At least that was explained that, Dorothy said, "My father has a gun in the house."
Right. So, meanwhile, through this whole final thing from the point where Denise Richards goes upstairs and looks Dorothy in the eyes being like, I'm gonna go fuck, right? Dorothy's just gone.
Yeah.
So you're like, duh.
Yeah.
I never saw Dorothy get killed. You're like, I got it, right? Especially when Adam is running around like a drunk idiot and confused. It's not like, I always loved you. It's just like, what the hell's going on? We gotta talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah. So she has like a scuffle with the killer.
Yeah, so she loses Adam because basically this entire sequence is like, it's like there's a main staircase and then a back staircase, and let's just keep going up the main staircase and back down.
Yes,
and they keep going in a circle.
It's like a Scooby-Doo opening the doors montage.
It's just night, plant, bookcase, night, plant.
Yeah,
as they just run down a hall.
Yeah, so she has a scuffle.
And she loses Adam and then goes back up the stairs and boom, there's a killer instead.
Yeah.
Right? Scuffles with the killer at the top of the stairs. They both tumble down the stairs and then the killer is knocked out. And then she kind of stares at the killer who's clearly still breathing. And then the killer pops up and then boom, 7 gunshots to the chest. Dead. It's Adam who saves the day.
Who's now surprisingly sober. For the rest of the movie, he is completely sober.
Yeah,
and an amazing shot.
He literally, as he was running around like a drunk psycho, he just went out back and was like, all right, I'm good now. I can drive.
I think that's why she was pissed at me. I better throw this up.
Yeah.
Also, I have a gun now. I should be.
Yeah, he got the gun on the staircase somehow.
Yeah, when she falls.
Down.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
They pull off the mask. Boom, it's Dorothy.
It's Old Man Jenkins.
Right. And then the police are on their way, and they start having a conversation, and she's like, I just don't understand why they do that. And he's like, some people just, love people or something. I don't even know. It was so stupid.
So fucking.
And then he's in her arms, and they pan up, and he's got the nosebleed. Something that we failed to mention this whole time.
No, I said it in the beginning.
Oh,
He said it
okay.
in the
Oh yeah,
beginning,
every time the killer kills, they're nosebleeds. Yeah, we did
Out
mention
of the
it.
mask.
Out of the mask, which is like
Right.
logistically, I don't know how that's working. Is there like a thing running from
Honestly,
your nose to the mask?
No, honestly, he must be like engulfed. He can barely breathe behind all that blood that's coming out of his mask.
So what happened here?
There was 2 killers, I guess.
That's one theory, right? There's 2 killers.
Yeah.
There
said
has to be, right? Because Dorothy is actually physically attacking her. It's not like he put tape around Dorothy's mouth and Dorothy was like, "That's not me."
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
but it could have been.
It really could have been.
But there was no tape on the
No,
mouth.
but the thing is, the very loose possibility of all this ridiculous plot anyway is the fact that Dorothy did accuse him, now that we know it's him, Jeremy, the killer's name, JM, that she lied.
Which doesn't really come back either.
No, never.
That she
That was the entire story was a red herring.
yeah, that he attacked her. And then that led him to go to juvenile and then eventually a mental institute.
It ruined his fucking life.
Yeah,
the
basically,
Jeremy character.
Basically, her false accusation of them making out as an attack on her just sent them on the path of turning into a certified psycho.
But instead of taking it out on her, they team up?
No, but then she confesses to them after they're like, before she says, "I'm the fat one."
Right.
When Paige is like, "Well, it was an attack, right?" And she said, "No, I lied. I made that up. And because I was making out with them and I was already made fun of." So I don't know if they had a master plan where she felt guilty for it and she was blackmailed into helping him as the second killer. But that is almost a backstory that would make even this whole movie better. But
that's too smart
for these writers. But that's the thing is, we missed the iconic and needed scream moment of the reveal of who the killer is and their monologue of their motives.
We miss not necessarily even their motives, because we get the motive, how they did it.
Yeah.
Because it's so genuinely confusing of like, well, how did you pull this off?
Yeah, because there's so many murders going on at the house. Maybe the other places that they were at, because Dorothy also attended the art installation. And,
sure.
And then Adam came down from Joe Dirt's, ironing desk.
It's very obvious that it was a double killer scenario.
Yeah.
But then, it's not obvious of being like, well, you're the one that, was making out with him and got him bullied, and you're the one who, got him put away, maybe?
Yeah, no, yeah. It's not established who did what.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So maybe there were, and then his plan at the end was...
But his plan also was I still don't want to sleep with the fat chick. I want to sleep with her friend.
Yeah, I think maybe he was, the mastermind, and instead to cut off all loose ends, he just shot her.
This was Carly's solution to the movie, right? Instead of killing them, right, the little nerd just has sex with one of them under his new identity and goes like, "Do you know who I am?" And like, "No." It's like, "I'm that nerd you beat up." And you slept with me. Now you're a loser.
And I'm an alcoholic.
and then he shoots her.
So is it better than being boiled alive?
She's like, actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you know how I always ask. What did Carly think?
Did not like it.
She was watched the majority of it.
Yeah, she was actually kind of excited to watch it too. And not excited, but she was like, "Oh, I'll watch it with you." And then she watched the majority of it and was just like, "What the fuck is this movie?" Like, I'm literally asking myself the same question. So,
and that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would you recommend?
Absolutely not.
Not a chance.
No. It is too convoluted and too just far off the page for me to really get down with this.
I don't even think it's convoluted. It's just bad.
It's
just poorly made.
Yeah, it's a poor story.
Yeah.
With high profile of the time stars, or at least people on the verge of becoming.
Were trying.
They were going to be big, and it just didn't work well.
Yeah. And Jaws rating?
Jaws 4.
4.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
Didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Production wise, fine.
Yeah.
It was a cookie cutter Scream movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was made well.
It used the same lighting and the whole vibe.
Yeah. So we seem to really have an opinion on this. We went on a little longer than I expected, but some people had a super positive opinion. And we asked those people to give me 5. This first one comes from Salves, written April 3rd, 2001, so about exactly 2 months after the movie came out in theaters. Titled David... how do I say it?
Boreanaz.
Boreanaz. David Boreanaz is hot. Meanwhile, everybody should know that Tyler is now responsible for finding these.
Yeah.
So I don't.
And there were so many that
know
were like
what I'm about to get into.
8 paragraphs.
Okay. David Boreanaz is hot. I thought this movie was excellent. David Boreanaz was so hot. It was a little predictable, but it was still a great movie. I'm glad he was finally in a movie that wasn't from the Stone Age. 10 stars. What?
So he hasn't been acting for even that long at this point, and she's like, I'm glad he wasn't in a movie in the 20s. I'm glad he was in one of those talkie features.
That was weird.
Also, just like, all they had to say was that David Boreanaz is hot. 10 out of 10.
Why? I don't remember any movies before this for him.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't care to look it up.
Yeah,
either.
I don't even give a shit. He was in Bones.
Yeah. Next one, written by Rocky Horror Fan.
Okay.
November 2nd, 2001. A horror movie with brains is the title. Brains is capital with 3 exclamation marks. Let me just start by saying that I loved this movie. It was so good in just about every possible way. It had clever writing, suspenseful scenes, funny one-liners, hilarious in-jokes, wonderful cinematography, sophisticated direction, talented actors, creepy yet beautiful music, and intelligence. Okay. I feel like this is a completely different movie that they wrote for. That's something that very few horror movies have these days. Brains. Go and rent this movie with an open mind. You'll love it. 3 out of 4 stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that why you picked it?
Yeah, because they're like 10 out of 10, but really 3 out of 4.
My rating scale is awfully skewed.
5 out of 7.
And that's why you need brains.
I just really like that this person really saw a different movie.
Oh, man. So that just about does it for us here at Bombs Away. Thank you for listening. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. It really helps us out. You can also rate, review on Facebook. And all of our social media is at Bombs Away Show. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're listening to this on week of release or anything up until the 23rd of February, we still have tickets available for our live screening of Showgirls on Saturday, February 23rd at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, California. So if you're Southern California local, please come down, join us. This is going to be a blast. Special guests, a lot of theming going on, and we're really going to rip hard on one of the most awarded Razzies of all time movie. So please come join us. If you haven't seen this movie, you are in for an absolute treat. I'll tell you, it is wild.
It's insane.
Yeah. So look it up, watch the trailer, join us. You can get tickets www.thefreedacinema.org/events/bombsawaylive. Tickets are $15 and doors are at 7, not our normal 8 o'clock. It is at 7 o'clock. We want to get you guys in early and out so you can go and have fun or go home and take care of your kids or whatever it takes. We just want to make sure that we're keeping you in your seat and engaged the whole time, but also out in a timely manner. Other than that, we still have t-shirts available for previous movies that we've done. T-shirts for Demolition Man, Death Spa, Mac and Me, Miami Connection, just a whole bunch of stuff like that. And you can get all those t-shirts by looking for Bombs Away Show at tpublic.com. TeePublic is our official t-shirt maker and sponsor, and you can find a whole bunch of those t-shirts that I mentioned and a whole bunch more on our merchandise store, please go ahead and check that out. I guarantee that you'll find something that you love. We're having a 30% off sale if you're listening to this on the week of Valentine. So the 13th and the 14th, 30% off. All t-shirts are $14 and everything else is 30% off of their top prices. So, and if you're listening to this the next week on the weekend of the 23rd, another 30% off. So those deals do come around a lot. Make sure that you take advantage of those. Gentlemen, anything to plug? Anything you think I missed?
Always, as always, if you come to our events, come a little early or even after, check out our merch. We have it all unique past show merchandise and anything you will not see online and only live and in person you'll get. Mac and Me pins, yarn, and even other things you still don't even know about. So come and check them out.
You got yarn for all your sewing needs.
You got the yarn.
At the yarn barn.
Come on down to Michael's. We're always having a sale like we're closing.
Going out of business.
Anybody want these pumpkins? Got pumpkins. Just to back up what you said, there's a lot of merchandise that if you're coming to the live shows that is only exclusive to past live shows. And we'll have some clearance sales and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, also, if you're coming to Showgirls, Vegas attire is encouraged. Like, theme yourself out, have fun with it. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but like, if you want to be a showgirl, you want to come naked.
I hear Jonathan's gonna be Elvis.
Oh, ooh, nice. No, I'm not spending.
Young or old?
Right?
Fat Elvis.
Died on the toilet.
And Tyler will be a shark.
No,
he's always one. No, he's always one behind.
He needs to be the lion that attacked Siegfried.
No, no, shit.
That's good.
That was a tiger. But
yeah, it was a tiger.
He went tiger. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler the Tiger.
Just to sum it up, please join us February 23rd, 7 p.m. at the Santa Ana Theater, the Frida Theater at Santa Ana. That just about does it for us. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate your support and everything that our listeners do for us. Please share this episode or your favorite episode with your friends. If you're still listening at this point, you are one of the good ones. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week with 1989's Vice Academy. Yeah. Yeah. Vice Academy should be available on our YouTube to watch ahead of time, so you'll get all the jokes. That is, unless they flag me. So, we'll see, right? That just about does it for me. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Vicente.
I'm Tyler.
And, guys, does this mean that you're not going to be my Valentine?
I would rather be boiled alive.
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?